Okay.
Could everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome. First order of business this evening is Wood. You're moving. Public hearing to receive comment on the application received for a special amusement permit for 38 West Bar Grille. So I will open the public hearing. Waterboro Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, beginning at 6 p.m. to receive public comment regarding a special amusement permit for 38 West Pub and Grill located at 38 West Road. All public hearings are aired on the local cable TV station as well as SRC TV, Channel 5 or 1302, and we're also streamed live from the town website. So we received a application for special amusement permit. I don't know if you want to speak, Jane, on what's, you know, I mean, they run consistent with liquor licenses, and that's why we can do this, but when it's a new application, we have a public hearing, which is required subsequent to this, unless there are any issues, there wouldn't be a renewal public hearing.
Okay.
So,
Do you have any questions for me, or it's basically?
Unless the board, you know, unless any public.
Why don't you just stand up and tell us where you are and what you're doing and what your intent is?
Okay.
Excuse me. So that everybody.
What's the amusement going to be?
Music,
Right.
live entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it be a DJ come in, or I don't know if it was required for karaoke or something. I mean, some people have requested it, not sure if I really want to do that or not, but, you know, it's not going to be any big, you know, 8-piece bands or anything like that, probably duos, maybe a trio or something on occasion.
I believe Woody just did the same thing.
Huh?
Woody used to do the same thing.
Yeah,
back then.
absolutely, yeah.
So it totally fits the
Right,
area.
just, right, I mean, you know, and if someone has a special wedding party or something
Yeah.
like that, just low key, it's not
Yeah.
gonna be, like I said, I'm not a bar that you'd see down at the beach or anything
Right,
like
right,
that. I mean,
right,
it is just a
yeah.
pub area. Steve
Good.
and Irish entertainment once in a while, you know, would certainly come out.
Yep.
Don't know if I'd have bagpipes or not, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But no, just to be able to offer something to the patrons that come in, and
Sure.
rather than you know, the old radio and
Right.
the Pandora and that thing.
Yep, good.
Yeah.
So if we limited it to 2 or 3?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if there was a limit or not. I mean-
Well, there was on Woody's, but, I'm just asking.
I think that was
I mean-
before we had the special amusement permit. So I think that was,
Well, he only requested,
yeah.
I mean,
Well, that could-
his request was no more than 2, that's why I'm asking.
Right, well, I mean, I'm just getting into this, so I don't know, like I said, I don't wanna have a big brawling, I mean, not a brawling, but a big huge spread out or something, because we don't have the room for
You know,
one
yeah, I
thing.
was saying, take away from your
Right,
seating.
correct, I mean, I did put all the sound things and everything up there to make, I
Yeah.
just want something pretty mellow, but
Yeah.
if something was on, a 4-piece band or something was on low key, as long as it wasn't drums and everything else, then that would still be, I would hope would still be allowable, but, you know, I wanna keep it within range too, we're not as young as we used to be, and I'm just not looking for the headbanging music or anything like that. I want it to be comfortable and quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Want to be able to talk to the person next to you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if people want to get up and dance a little bit or something like that, but nothing, like I said, it's not going to be like until 1 a.m. or anything like that, absolutely not, those days are over.
Yeah.
But, you know, 6 to, you know, I mean, just to stick with
6 to
something.
7, you're 7 hours on yourself.
No, but just, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not looking for big dance bands or anything like that. I mean, like I said, a karaoke or something like that, a DJ maybe come in, something for if somebody wanted a birthday party or something, that would be nice, but I'm not looking for drums and horns and all that stuff like
Sure.
that.
I understand.
The only reason I question 1 or 2 or 3 is you still got some neighbors.
Absolutely.
And, we don't need to turn the neighborhood upside down because you've got
I
a
agree.
loud band down there.
I agree with you 100%.
And a 1 or 2 or 3-piece band wouldn't be as loud as 6 or 8.
It wouldn't, and I did go to
Yeah.
the extra length, if we did do more soundproofing out in the areas, the carpet is all the way up up to the walls now. We did, I installed soundboards, 10 soundboards in the other room as well, so when Mike and Mike came over, they, said everything was really good, because we do want to keep the noise level down, so,
Good.
yeah. Neighbors seem to be good, fine, they wave when they go by, some couple have come in, so it seems to be well.
Any other questions?
I'm good.
Any questions that showed up on email or?
Yeah, no questions.
So I guess I'll take a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you. We will deal with this on 10A, I believe, unless you want to move that up. Now,
Move it to a vote now?
yeah,
Do I make a motion that we
Yep,
move it to a
yep,
vote
yep.
now?
Just make motions, I'll second it.
I just did.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll second it.
all those in favor of moving this up to,
10A, moving it out.
all right, so, discuss vote to approve the special amusement permit for 38 West Bar Grille.
I make a motion and we accept it.
I'll second it. Do you want to number it,
No,
Dan? Okay. Just
there's
ask.
there's no, there's
Within
no,
reason.
no number in
Yeah.
the special amusement.
And also, if there was anything there was a request or something, I wouldn't mind keeping it on the books, that I could come and talk to you and let you know about it at a time either.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with that either.
Right. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Announcements. Any announcements from the board?
I don't.
Had a very good meeting last Wednesday night. I think so most of our committee members got something out of that before they left, just talking to most of them after, so.
Yep.
That was on ZBA and the do's and don'ts of the ZBA and the planning board and town for the duties of this office.
All right, anything else, Dwayne?
Nope.
All right, let's move into any additions or deletions to the agenda. We're all set there. Public comments. Glenn, anything? Correspondence, we do have the treasurer's report, some motor vehicle report, motor vehicle agent report, updated memo from the CEO and Department of DPW Director, and that's with regards to Panoramic Drive. And then we did receive an opinion letter from the town attorney regarding map 3, lot 55, and we'll discuss that later this evening. Selectmen's reports. Wayne, anything?
Yes, we do have a couple at least that are interested in the charter, rewriting the charter committee. So we have one employee here that lives in town that's interested in, I guess at this point, I would be interested on that, just so that we get an older number on the.
Yep.
And there's one other family that they can't make their mind up, but they are interested. One of them, either the husband or the wife would be interested as far as being on there.
Okay. Gary, anything?
No.
And I am all set. So, Matt?
Just to go back on your previous comment about the memo for Panoramic, last week, after we had the deed reviewed, the conditions that you added were not necessary according to the attorney, because of they were not responsible for the damage to the driveways as is. the Tort Claims Act. I did include also a memo from, just outlining an overview from Natalie, which is in your packet as well. Essentially, we were able to move forward with it. Drafted, I talked to Mr. Cody yesterday and today, and he'll be in, but sent him a letter. He's going to give us the funds equal to the amount of what BH2M is contracted for the monuments, and we'll hold those funds in agreement with Natalie of what she said, and until he has it installed by May 16th. At May 16th, beyond that, if they haven't been completed, then we'll have the funds to be able to complete the project, maybe. But he's told me that he'll have them in by May 16th.
Okay.
Dwayne had mentioned about Natalie coming in last week, but she did a great job for a couple hours here. I think everybody thought it was informative.
Yes, it was.
We have posted the deputy tax collector's position, and we've already started receiving resumes. Laura and I plan to review those so that we can at least have a reach out to potentially get interviews, hopefully next week. Already covered Panoramic. We had another meeting. Jason and I met with York County Sheriff's Office today. We met with them, I think it was last week too, but we've had quite a few ongoing meetings, regularly having contact. The chief deputy is leaving for like 2 months, going to the FBI Academy, so he won't be here, so we may not have a lot of meetings over the summer months, but we'll still stay in touch with our 2 contract deputies. We did talk about some of the issues coming up, and the increased traffic near around the boat launch, the campground, old homes days, and moving forward, we're going to come up with some type of office time where they'll be able to come in and be available for the public as well for a short period here. Just have some interactions with people. I have followed up with Ben Brooks, the operations manager for R57. I still have not heard back from him. I know it's been 2 weeks, and he needed a little bit of time, but we're communicating about the trash hauling.
Okay.
And I did provide an example from Natalie for further action meeting tonight as well.
All right. Anything else, Matt? Any questions on that? Okay, let's move into new business. Discuss vote to accept the resignation of Luna Pitianiello from the planning board.
So moved.
And you bet.
I questioned it this morning to whether that first letter she sent out was really adequate, so they've got another one here,
Yep.
so I feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
So,
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss vote to appoint Marina Gagne as voter register and Nancy St. Amand as the deputy voter register.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Why are we doing it? What do we have to
We
do?
have
We
to.
have to do it annually.
Anyway, okay.
Okay. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss the vote to accept the Michael Provench's resignation from the select board.
I'll make a motion to accept Michael Provench's letter of resignation dated March 13th, 2023, with an effective date of June 13th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m.
Okay? And we're gonna have to have a series of votes here, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna second it, but I'm not in favor of it.
Yeah.
Only because
Of the date.
of the date, and why resign the middle of June if he can't make tonight's meeting? If he's gonna continue to be on the board and not attend, it's not right for the townspeople.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries, and there's some subsequent
Right.
things that we gotta vote on.
So I'll
right?
make a motion to include this vacancy on the June 13th, 2023 municipal election.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries, and there's,
Finally, a motion to reduce the nomination paper period by 7 days for this vacancy only, with a due date of signatures remaining as May 1st, 2023.
okay,
I'll second that.
okay? Andy?
Let me just explain a little bit for the people out there. This has got to be done because had he given us the resignation last week, we wouldn't have to reduce it. But the time frame for somebody to get their papers out is 7 days shy as of today.
Right.
So we got to shorten the time period on that one-year term that you will vote on in June.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss possible vote on the draft, which is now the final audit of the town of Waterboro.
I'll make a motion to approve the draft audit that has been, final audit at this point, final draft, final audit of 2022-23, correct?
FY 22.
Yeah.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That puts that, and we do have a hard copy here, but I'm assuming that we've got an electronic copy that we can put up on the website. Okay, old business, item A, we've dispensed with, update on map 3, lot 55.
I hope everybody's reviewed this, but if you looked that over, Gary, so you know
This
what.
is the landlocked use.
Yes. Yeah. As far as discussion, I'm thinking, I don't know, we can do it, or do we want a real estate broker to do it for us? How do we want to handle this? We've got all kinds of options here. Do we hold a public auction and auction it off? Do we hold a sealed bid on it?
But your public auction would only be the land abutters,
No,
No.
this is gonna be
No?
open.
Now it's gotta be open to
It's gotta be open to anybody.
even though it's landlocked.
Yep. Now, here's the deal. The state law says that there is no such thing as a piece of landlocked property. So one of them 7 up there in a lawsuit and carry on for years and years
Yeah.
could lose a right of way to get to that piece of property, if they don't wanna buy it. I mean, you gotta lay it all out on the table.
Sure, okay.
But, I would hope that one of the 7 landowners would want it, so that it doesn't create that type of hardship for anybody.
Right,
As far as the town goes, we're looking for our tax dollars back,
right.
so,
So
but,
we can do whatever we want. We're not mandated to do anything in particular.
no.
We have a tax-acquired property ordinance that says that we can put it to a realtor,
Yeah,
we can hold sealed bids, or we can auction it off at a public auction.
All we're gonna do is hand over a quitclaim deed to it.
okay. And we already started the process before this got held up, right,
Yeah.
Mary Beth?
We sent a letter to all the abutters. One thing with Natalie, in the conversation, the attorney, this piece of property, map 3, lot 55, there were some deed issues back years ago as well, and we've had it on the books for many years as being town-owned. She does not recommend us assigning a minimum for the bid on this piece of property. Her recommendation was, just so you're aware.
Okay? So do we want to engage a realtor, or do we want to accept sealed bids?
I'd rather go with the sealed bids where we started the process. That's
Yeah.
my thought.
That's fine with me. We'd have to.
Because you have interest anyway, so some people that are already about it.
We have to advertise it,
Yeah.
and it has to be open to anyone
Yeah.
that wants to submit a sealed bid. Do we have any issue with that, Matt?
No, I don't see an issue with it.
Okay.
I don't have an issue, this is one of a kind.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen one
Yeah.
like this, but public auction, I don't quite agree with sending it to public auction.
What happens to the monies that we get from this?
This one's gonna come back to us,
Right,
And it goes into the general fund?
yeah.
yes.
These other pieces that we may talk about tonight, we can only collect the money that we've got invested, which is
Right.
Matt, the girls,
The time?
publications and
Lien
lien
fees.
fees and
Yeah.
all of that. And then after that, it goes back to the landowner. So if you
And
sell
there's- and
something for
there's still-
30,000 and they only owe
There's still-
15, there's,
Still playing with that law,
yes.
right, in
Yeah.
Augusta, but.
Yeah.
And it may change before we go to public hearing, but,
So what do we want to do is, do you want to make a motion that we go public bid?
Yes, I'll make a
Sealed bid.
motion that
Sealed.
on map 3, lot 55, that we put this out to public bid,
Sealed bid.
sealed bid, sorry.
yeah.
And what do we got for timeframe?
That's why I just fixed your calendar for you, so you can see it.
30 days? Is that enough?
Probably by I would
Gotta
say by the
advertise
end of
For a
April,
legal,
right?
Yeah, that'd be good, because that gives you a
Right,
good
the 28th of
5.5, 6 weeks almost.
Right.
Yeah,
Why don't you have them for May 2nd at your meeting?
there you
Well,
go.
that's fine.
You know, it can be opened at your meeting that night.
Do we need to amend that?
Yeah, just include May.
Include
the-
May 2nd as the closing date,
Right, at 5 PM,
5 PM.
right. You want to second that?
I will do that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Thank you.
That's done?
you.
Discuss tax acquired property list from Christine.
That
This
will
is-
get us down to a total of 12, I believe.
Yeah.
There's 3 there that have bodies living on the property. And I would almost like to bring them in and talk to them.
Well, I thought there's one in particular that I remember hearing from Dave Chevette that had been taken care of, but now it's back in their arrears.
Yeah. We can abate if need be,
I mean, it's
The
a
one or 2
substantial
years.
amount of money.
either 1 or 2 years. If there's been sickness and they gotta meet some criteria.
Well, yeah, exactly. This is the one I'm thinking about is, you know, there's gotta be something going on.
The one on the lake,
Yeah,
she's made no attempt.
okay.
So that one is optionable item because no attempt at all to pay that off, and it was an inheritance deal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's, I guess my recommendation would be is that, I think Dwayne's right. You know, we set up a series of discussions with
Give them the opportunity
the
to,
landowner to come in and say, hey, I got
Yeah.
an issue.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're right, if it's a
I've
hardship.
I've had a couple conversations with one of them.
Okay.
The fella is trying, but has had some health issues, and
Yep.
I don't think we want to put him on the cold.
Do you want a motion on that to,
Yeah, let's just,
you want to do it individually?
yeah, I think we're gonna have to do
Okay.
it individually
No,
because
blanket.
each one has got a
Either
individual.
that or make a motion to any livable, anything with structures on it.
Right,
Okay, yeah.
You know, I mean, that will give you about 6.
Okay.
right. So the motion would be,
Out of
to-
the properties that are on our list for delinquent taxes,
right,
the ones that are inhabited,
right,
give them the opportunity to come in and speak to us about their taxes being in arrears.
Right,
That'll be my motion.
okay,
If they don't show up, then
Then we know.
they're gone,
Yeah.
so, you wanna second that?
I will do that.
Okay. There's no reason that we can't reach out, right, to those
We can do that.
buildings, okay?
Do we have a time frame as to when they come?
I think we need to do it the next month.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So that we can set a date on the auction.
Right.
We'll do like the 18th, a month from now?
Yeah, let's do it a month from,
We'll put something
you know,
18th.
by the 8th.
How early can you get here, Gary?
Or whatever.
No, but I mean, 4 or 5?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
mean, and we haven't got to do it on a Tuesday night,
No.
but,
Well, let's reach out and see,
Yeah.
but we need to close it out by a month from now,
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, good.
All those in favor? Opposed? Okay. How about we discuss the 2024 or the FY '24 budget?
Yeah.
So if anybody's got any questions, comments, I'm gonna go right through quickly this thing, and not that we will vote on it tonight, but we will entertain any questions and comments, and we'll go through that, so.
there will be a public hearing set on that, or maybe even
There will,
two.
it will have to be, you know, after we approve it.
Yeah.
There'll be a public hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so, why don't we talk about general government, and that includes, on the spreadsheet, it'll include everything through, line 44, right? So all of the personal services, all the salaries here,
I do have one question.
Yep.
On line 6,
yep,
that position, how do they get to be that costly, I guess you could say?
He's been here for almost 20 years, and that includes his longevity too,
Okay.
based on personnel policy.
If we were to re-advertise that particular position, it wouldn't be at this rate.
No.
that's right,
Okay, thank you.
okay? All right, so, and just so that everybody knows, the line item 7 has to be on a separate warrant article for the charter. That is the selectmen pay, and there's no increase in that amount. It's 5 for each, and $1,000 for the chair, so. Any other questions relative to any of this?
You're still in general government?
Yep.
Okay.
Just so everybody at home knows, the general government, help me out here. Is
Top
is a
line, yep.
Total of $521,337 is projected.
And that's actually down, isn't it?
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
down by almost $40,000.
Yeah.
Good job on that.
Last year, you voted in $562,412.
Anything else?
Nope, not really.
Let's talk about line 45, which is leases and debt service. These are the leases, 40 goes through line item 51. It's about $460,000, which is up significantly from last year, but it also brings in the new ambulance, right?
Correct.
So it's up like 111,000.
And so.
And the last payment of the previous invoice.
Right.
We have one payment left on that one.
And can I ask a quick question about
Yep,
ambulances, Matt?
yep.
Yep.
When you get the new one in, does something go out of service, or you're gonna keep them all?
No, the older of the two will be, either get sold or be traded,
Okay,
or towed.
And it also brings into the copiers and all of that stuff. I mean, it's only
yes,
$7,000, but I
Yeah,
mean,
price
it's.
of doing
it all-
business. Yep.
So, and then we have certainly the annual interest, which is, jumps from about 50 grand to 55 grand, so,
Yeah,
okay?
good.
Insurance benefits, item, Department 15, which includes line 52 through 62. And it includes all of the health and dental insurance, the FICA, the 457 retirement, the, is PERS in this as well?
I'm sorry, in the 52 line?
Right.
Yes.
Accumulated sick leave, buyout time, et cetera, which we've learned from kind of experience that we had to put money into this. Workers' comp, unemployment, which is through MMA, which is down significant, right? From 13 grand that we had approved in the 2020, but the FY '22 budget down to 5. And then also the property casual and liability insurance, which is up from about 60 grand to about 63 grand.
And that's probably primarily because of the ladder truck we delivered this past year.
Oh, all right.
And Maine Municipal, if you add anything in the middle of the year, nothing changes until the beginning of your next enrollment.
Gotcha.
And overall, that line is down slightly as well.
Okay? So let's talk about town clerk. Item, Department 20
I did-
goes from, did you have a question?
I was curious, because the opera is in parentheses. That means that line item is being supplemented by these amounts?
Yes, that's right.
And how long is that gonna last for?
We have this year and next year, correct?
Actually, through part of 25.
Right.
Yep.
Right, 25?
Yep.
And we've identified them in all the lines, so you, just so that,
Yeah.
and for the budget committee and for, so we could see where we're
And
shifting those costs.
the amounts are part of the equation, what you can use with the grant money?
Well,
Say
that
that
was,
again?
it became an equation based on what we bumped everybody
Okay,
at a certain percentage.
gotcha.
Then here's another one, just, that ACRA money brought everybody's pay up to an average
Mhm.
throughout York
Okay.
County. As we stand today,
Yeah.
we're still in the middle, but we are not
We're not
on the
necessarily-
top by any
Yeah.
means, so,
And for
we're an
the-
average town, paying average wages.
Right,
I can tell you that the most recent employee we did lose, she left and she's getting, she went from, what, she's right at 25 or 26 right now, going to 28 and change,
yeah.
in the town of Lebanon.
And for the listening public, the opera is the American Rescue Plan. Am I correct, Matt?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So, we're up about $500,
Yeah.
$600, something like
That's
that,
incremental.
which includes, we're up $2,000 in election expenses, just so that everybody is aware that we're,
And why is that, sir?
well, we have there's not a June primary this year, but this covers, it will cover the June election, right? And no, next year.
Next year's, not this year.
June is
Right,
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
year's, right?
June is this year, yeah.
So next year is November election, which is minimal,
Right,
but there will be a June primary a year from now.
correct, okay.
Right?
Yep.
So that includes the,
Yep.
okay? Tax collector, item Department 25, which runs from line 82 to 91, actually is down here. Was 55, and now it's down to 51.
And that is primarily because the hours originally were based on more than 32, between 32 and 40 hours, and we've gone to 32 year-round.
Yeah.
We have posted this at 32 hours, or with the goal of hiring 32. And fingers crossed.
Yep. Okay. Treasurer, item 30 is 92 to 104. And again, we're up just about $2,000.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And there's bits and pieces of that, right?
Not all,
Most of it's.
not all the salary, but
Right,
Travel and training.
yep. 105, line item 105 is Department 32, which is the IT department.
Do we really need an IT department? I'm not sure.
This is becoming, how do I want to say this, somewhat painful, but with all due respect to David, because he does a
We just
great
went off
job.
here.
Yeah, we just went off here. And there's a bump in salary, but there's, you know.
Everything else stayed pretty much the same.
There's a bunch of stuff that, well, contractual services, we're almost going to $20,000.
Oh, wow,
now,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
So on line 118, contractual services, just so you're aware, we've included the paycheck software, which is the web version of the new program that we're running to do payroll. And we've contracted to do this based on the paychecks that are issued out, but that's included in there for $15,000. That is correct me if I'm wrong, Laura and Dave, but that is an estimate based on what we know today. That could be a little bit less.
Yes.
I do not like that system.
You don't?
Nope. Because if those employees got a mistake in that check for some reason or another, they got no paper copy to look at.
Well-
You got to go to the computer.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's how my company does it. I go on my phone
There
and
should be a
pull it
paper
up.
copy going to that employee every week.
well, there is an electronic copy. right?
Electronic.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
I can just print
Yes.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But I mean, working for the state, I always got a paper copy that I could chase down if I had a 2-week pay period and was a month out on my paycheck, but,
Paper's getting expensive.
Yeah, everybody's going, I mean, everybody's going electronic. I mean, they
They
got
are.
to electronically.
paper.
No, errors.
Oh, but, yeah, thanks, but there is always a chance of that mistake and have to go to the computer. I just don't like it.
Welcome to the world of
Yeah.
technology.
You don't have to like it, really.
Yeah, I
you
would
know.
say I don't have to, but I'm still gonna run my mouth,
Yeah,
okay?
that's all right.
There is GIS maintenance software, money in here, and email has gone up, to Google, or Gmail. Well, we're doing some out of the fire department budget too, and we're trying to convince David that we're gonna look at other options other than just Rackspace, correct, Dave?
David, I got a question for you. The GIS maintenance?
Yes.
How often does that happen? What's involved with that? Would you mind?
Let's see, the number that's there, GIS maintenance 32. Part of that is the hosting, so that's a consistent amount. I think 2,400 is the hosting, $200 a month, I believe. And then the rest is a yearly maintenance. We have tax map updates and stuff like that have to get done.
Okay.
Because, things get sold,
Right.
property, stuff changes.
Does that happen throughout the year, the updates?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Municipal buildings, line item 122, which is Department 35, up about $3,000. Kind of split between electricity, increased amount of electricity,
Yeah.
and that's actually the heat. I mean,
Mhm.
who knows what
Yeah,
fuel oil is gonna be. So that's up. What do we know about traffic lights? Is the state taking them over or not?
They're supposed to, there's rumor of it, let's just put it
So
that
that
way.
would help us, well, only $1,500, but,
Right now, we only maintain Hannaford and Milk Road intersections.
and we do have 10 grand in this as an emergency fund.
okay.
And I think we know what the balance is in the emergency fund now?
I don't have that with me right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is the
But
last expense
we
report.
add 10 to it every year, so.
On the shared file.
Okay.
What's the van, under vehicle, what van is that? Under 137.
The one that custodian uses go to the library.
Library,
that brings
Oh, I didn't know we
bottles.
had a van.
We got it from the
To the
school.
Oh, okay, cool.
50-something.
It's
All right,
one of those
thank
school
you.
vans.
Yeah.
And he picks up the bottles at the transfer station, gets them to JD's,
Yeah.
which, so that they return those.
Yeah.
It goes in the library.
All right, tax assessor, 143, which is Department 40. We're up fairly amount there, but we're building into a 4-year kind of revalue.
Oh, okay, I see it
for
right
this
there.
thing,
That's- Yeah.
So,
It's a line item.
And we have an assistant,
right,
so that if something
Yeah,
does go, there's a second person already in line.
You know what, Vanessa?
Yeah.
Vanessa's doing a great job with that, and she has an interest in assessing, and that's kind of the goal.
Oh,
is that
good.
Hopefully, we can continue to train her.
yeah.
Dennis, just for your information, $45,852 and change is what's in the emergency repair account right
Okay.
now.
yep.
That's pretty
Because
good.
we do it's a carry forward account,
Yeah.
so.
Now, would that have been used for when the library furnace broke down, that kind of thing?
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
It could be $10,000 or $12,000 if a tractor trailer or an oversized load takes those lights down.
Mhm.
Down to Hannaford's is a good example, but heavy snow load down to South Waterboro and a logging truck with a top log that's just over 13 feet could take that out.
Sure, yeah.
45,852.
So,
And we do have 10,290 in traffic lights too. That's a carry forward as well. Realistically though, and I'm sorry, I was looking for that number before, but under 35 municipal buildings, we do not have a lot in repairs. If we have a furnace issue here, we've had a lot of challenges in this building alone with heating and HVAC systems, which I think we need to look at globally for all our buildings, between here and the library, which is giving us a real headache with the system we have there, but we don't have enough money to touch the system with what we got today.
we've repaired and repaired.
Yeah.
We got a new boiler down there, but they didn't replace the black iron pipe
Just
and
the block?
everything.
Just the block.
Just
Yeah.
about.
No, we saw it before.
The boiler,
Oh.
yeah, we just replaced, 2 or 3 years ago, we replaced the boiler, but not all the piping going to the upstairs rooms, and every now and then we have a leak. It's getting better, I think, but
Okay,
Mhm.
let's jump to Department 45, Code Enforcement. He is up, not all salary, but there's dribs and drabs in here.
Very little.
Maps, get $5,000 for maps, and I'm not sure, was that part of the GIS package?
Yes, with Sebago,
Right.
yes. Which line do you want right now?
166.
And this, Gary, is, yes, the taxpayers pay for it, but on the other hand, it's money in and money out.
Yeah.
So, it's a self-efficient,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it's
Self-producing
There's-
line.
and
there's-
if it wasn't,
fair amount of income
the
from,
board, this
Yeah.
board can jump the fees without, to make it balanced.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at, I'm trying to get there.
Gary, the maps currently, the lines are, so he's working with Sebago.
Yeah.
And between IT, assessing, and code enforcement, they're trying to work together to update those the overlays of the map.
Okay.
So if you look at, last year we had about $47,000 of what we considered to be income.
Mhm.
He's already collected 72.9.
Oh, wow.
So he's, even though he spent 66, he's covered all of his
Well, covered,
expenses,
yeah.
basically, so.
Yeah.
And realistically, between the planning board, the zoning board, and the code enforcement, that should take care of the secretary or administrative
Right.
assistant too.
He does have some contractual services, which is the, what does he call it? The tablet that he uses, work,
Oh, iWorks?
iWorks, right?
Okay.
So that's part of that.
Yeah.
Item 49, line item 183, which is just overlay, that's whatever expenses come out of the overlay, so we can, and I think we put in about, what, $90,000 last year into overlay, which was above and beyond the tax commitment, or part of the tax commitment, but above and beyond expenses, and we've spent 20,000 out of that. Oh, no, we haven't spent anything out of it. Okay. Well, no, let me go back. We've spent, out of overlay, $15,463 year to date. So somewhere we ought to pencil that in, yeah.
Do you get that number there?
Library, item 50, we are jumping from 121 to 152. Part of that is certainly employee cost.
So the librarian has come to us several times and indicated that she needs additional hours to do the day-to-day functions, whether it's grant work and not necessarily being engaged with the customer service and support and the programs. So this takes her from her part-time hours, but brings her to 40 hours per week.
Right.
Okay.
So 152 grand to have a town-owned library, and this is not unreasonable. And from her revenues, I mean, this is what, $3,000 that we budget for revenues, which is just book fees and stuff, so.
And they was talking about taking the book fees out of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
equation at one point there.
All right, let's jump to page 7, line item 219, Department 55, which is recreation. He's actually pretty flat, even with the change in program payroll and whatnot. And again, when you look at his revenues, you know, we kind of seed this with, you know, Todd's salary and
Yeah.
his salary, but the rest of it should
Speaks for
be
itself,
the
doesn't it?
wash.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at, he's brought in 163,000 to date,
She-
and he's spent 244.
Yeah.
The question around town, I'm gonna throw it out. There's several people, and they're more of the elderly stages, but does not feel that we should be in a daycare. business, that the daycares in town,
But there's such a need, though.
well,
There is such a need.
there is, but, and I guess paperwork-wise, figures-wise, it's not costing the taxpayer
Mhm.
a lot of money, some, but not a lot.
Should pay for itself, I would
It
think.
should be self-sufficient.
Well, if you look at Funergy to date, he's brought in 120, 112,000, almost 113,000, and he's spent 113,000.
Yeah.
But
So,
you're not taking and adding his wages into
No,
that
that's true.
figure. So
But-
it's cost you 60,000,
Right.
uh,
But I'm telling you, my wife runs a daycare and she gets calls all the time.
Yeah.
And now she has children that are aging out of daycare. They have to have a place to go, because mom and dad still have to work.
Right.
And she has one young man that's going into this program this summer. He's bored at our house because of the age difference
Yeah.
now. He has to transition to something, and we have to have something there for him.
but it's a big question, and we
Sure.
really ought to have some paperwork showing them that it's not, and we went through this very hard last year, and I think some of it's been straightened out, but it's still a question to whether the town wants to be in the daycare business.
And the thing is, as the state looks at Funergy, they don't look at that as the same thing as my wife's running a daycare. It's less stringent. It is.
Yeah.
And Laura and I have had several conversations with the director and itemizing out some of those expenses so that we can make sure that this is being covered from the cost of the program and making sure
But
that's.
realistically, his wages should be included in that daycare.
for a portion.
Yeah, a portion thereof, yeah.
Yeah, but
To cover those costs.
to cover the cost.
Yeah.
So it's not coming out of the taxpayer's pocket.
All right, 251, item 60, planning board. This is small money. Actually, they actually have paid for themselves
Okay.
for this year. They've collected 5,200 and they've only spent 9.
And I did recommend in there for line 261, Dwayne and I had chatted about that, and he'd asked about it before, for the legal expense.
Legal, yeah.
And I did include that also in, and that was a piece that we missed, I'm sorry, on the code enforcement as well. We had-
I'll explain the legal to you, Gary. If the code enforcement is versing the planning board, or the planning board, somebody's within town is suing the planning board, they
Right.
need their own money.
Yeah.
Well,
They need their seed money for some legal counsel that
Correct. Yeah.
maybe they can't hire the town's attorney
Right.
because it's a conflict of interest.
I get
well,
you.
Natalie kind of covered that
She did.
But-
last Wednesday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
But that money may be rolled over, and let's hope that it does, but it's there if ever needed.
Mhm.
The same thing with the ZBA.
It's insurance.
Yeah.
Yep. 266, or Department 62, which is the planning department, that includes the salaries, the contract services to Southern Maine,
That's about flat.
and all of that stuff, so that's kind of flat this year. Zoning Board of Appeals, which is on 289, 281, 65, that's kind of a moot point.
It's incremental, dude.
Public Safety, which is on 296, which is Department 70, up about
47.
$49,000. Some of that's driven by wages, some of it's driven by retirement cost, those kind of things. Still not significantly out of touch with what's going on.
And recognizing the fact that we're getting some ARPA money in that as well.
Yep,
A
yep.
fair amount of it too, about 50, almost
That was
$60,000.
that was the big push
Yeah.
back when we first started doing that.
And there again, we added to their wages
With that,
with that, and we're still not by any means on the top of the pay
Right.
scale throughout the county,
sure.
so.
So that covers,
And just, you know, Gary, it was 3% across the board for everybody.
started at line item 296, and includes all of the items on the next page, and goes to 351, which is first item on the next page. And do we know what dispatch is gonna cost us?
78,000, no,
So
not
it's-
78, that's included.
Yeah, I can get that real quick. Specifically?
71,424
Oh, okay,
dispatch.
yep, sorry.
It's remained pretty steady over the years, huh?
I
Nothing-
think we're gonna see an increase coming up because of census. And,
Yep.
but,
And they usually go up 50 cents.
yeah, they've made a
Per
few small
person.
adjustments.
Oh, okay.
but-
Yep.
Line item 352, which is hydrant rental. Item 77, we had that discussion earlier with but we pay $61,000, which is a third of their operating budget.
Mhm.
Roscona Fire Department, which is 79. It's fairly reasonable, and it's split by 3 towns, Shapley, Alfred,
Yeah.
and Waterboro. Health and sanitation, which gets to, AKA the dump. Which starts on 360. He's up about $27,000, but, that being said, making that up for fees and revenues that he's bringing in, right?
Right.
So, when you look at current year-to-date, he's brought in 124,000, we budgeted 112, so he's already up 12, almost $13,000.
And then get your
When you-
spring cleanup.
When you come up with your fees, is that like a general, you survey other towns, what people get, or do you?
Yeah, for the
Some
most part.
scale, or-
I'll keep in touch with all the vendors and kind of see where, so I know when we're doing the budget, I've already contacted them. A lot of them will send me letters saying, hey, this is what we're gonna be,
Sure.
starting this date,
Yeah.
for instance, like for EcoMaine with mattresses.
Yeah.
They said, hey, we're gonna be $20 a mattress, so I need to know that.
So I can adjust accordingly, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and at this point, we really kind of break even on all of those extra fees, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's fees for things that, the fee might be a little more than it costs to get rid of it, and that just, it helps,
Right.
just makes up.
Your waste oil and your antifreeze, we don't charge for, just to keep them out of the ground
Yeah.
throughout town, so.
Sure.
So that goes through 410, line 410. And again, I mean, back when the argument was pay per bag, it was, and then how many years ago is that?
Oh, boy.
20?
Yeah.
And it was gonna cost us $1 million a year. Well, it's 830 now,
Yeah.
830,000, and we're bringing in 150,
Yeah.
right? So. Public Works, $1.9 million. Up fairly significant. Most of that is attributed to the contract plowing services.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a 30% increase this year for plowing.
So we're going from 560 to 728.
Has the price of salt and sand been pretty consistent over the last few years?
The price of sand has stayed the same, but the price of salt went up. It was 55 a ton last year, and it's 78 a ton this year.
Yeah, that's
So,
significant.
yep, there's a big jump with fuel prices.
Yeah,
Multiply that by
No question,
800.
Glenn?
Yeah, on a plowing contract.
Yep.
Since you added a road, that's gonna have to go up, right?
We might,
We'll have to talk to him and figure that.
yeah, we'll have to do some negotiating with him. We would suggest that it not go up for the 1,300 feet, right? But
yeah.
But what's your average tonnage of salt going out of that shed a year?
A year?
A little over 800 ton?
No, I mean.
You gonna scare me?
Closer to, yeah, 2,000
2,000 tons?
2,000 ton, so,
A season.
a season.
Season, yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. That's salt that's used in the sand and straight salt that goes out on the road.
Right. do you have any left over?
Gonna have a little left over.
Yeah, could be much.
But, and then I'll try to fill up,
Right.
but to use,
yeah, to beat the price
When-
increase, right?
Yeah, when can you purchase that stuff? Anytime?
Yeah,
Yep.
well, it's in Portland. Or Portsmouth. In the spring, they sometimes cut a deal because if you want to fill your shed,
Yeah,
they don't want that stuff sitting out there on the dock.
right, yeah,
All
Yeah.
summer, so.
yep,
And undercover now that we've got, we can almost fill it, so.
good.
So that takes us through line item 459, or line 459. We get into general assistance at 460, which is Department 87.
Why was there so much back in 2021 compared to now? I mean,
Well-
61 back then, and we're down to 25. Is it a as needed kind of thing?
It's as needed, but
As
it's
needed.
been, because they've had some help with the fuel assistance,
Sure,
with the money that comes out of the bottles down to the dump and,
Yeah.
and the drives that some of the businesses have donated, but,
Yeah.
the need hasn't been there as bad.
okay,
Same thing with your Christmas,
I see that, yeah,
thank God for
definitely,
Santa.
yeah. And a lot of donations with that,
Those families of 6 and
yeah,
8 have disappeared, and they're 2 and 3, so.
right, yeah, yeah,
You know, it's helped
Yeah.
as far as that goes.
sure,
Yeah, so this is a wild card,
Yeah.
but it is an account that we can
Yeah.
overrun, legally overrun, depending on what the demand is.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes back from the state.
Yeah, well, now it's what, 50%, is it 50%? They keep changing it,
I
so.
would say, but we're getting a sum of money back. from the
Depends,
state.
depends on,
For the GE.
Yeah.
depends on how much you spend. So like this year, we've got $5,300 back, but we've spent 17, right? So what's that?
There's a game that's played, Gary, and if we haven't got an apartment, we can move them to Bedford.
no, yeah. No apartments there either,
We pay the first month and then they're gone.
yeah,
And I'm just being,
I know what you're saying,
yeah, but,
Yeah, I don't think that works anymore.
No. because the other towns are doing the same thing, but.
All right, so education, we have not real good knowledge of, but my guess is that
it's gonna be over 10 million.
it'll be 10 million.
A lot of money.
Capital improvements, we're at about $100,000 more, but part of that is bringing in, a roll-off trash truck,
Yeah.
which won't affect us this fiscal year. But it will start to jump some things.
And we'll have others falling off too.
We do have $50,000 in there that the budget committee approved for, the potential public works facility. Could be, we need to understand whether or not you can build a facility where we think we can build it, right? So there's some engineering work that's gotta be done and all of that stuff, even though we might put the whole thing out to bid at some point in time, but, so that's a start, who knows where we go with this? We're looking at, we're looking at a warrant article that gets some endorsement, right?
So we do, I was just gonna say, so we do have that separated out, so it's not into the CIP currently, so if you endorse this next week, or, I'm sorry, not next week, on the 4th, that is a separate question, asking if the taxpayers would like to move forward with $50,000 for engineering and planning purposes of the construction of new public works.
Just to find out if we can do this.
It was like question one, on the warrant, so it's
Yeah.
separate. And the same with contract deputies,
Right.
Well, I guess we haven't got that far yet.
Okay, so that takes us through to the unclassified line, which is line 530. That is up, driven about $50,000 by contract deputies, because we're now looking at 80 hours a week for the two of them. We will split that out into a separate warrant article, right?
Yep.
We also have York County tax, which is, we're looking at $470,000. Let's see, what else is in there? Road Review Committee, Economic Development Committee, Lake Arrowhead Conservation, the milfoil contribution that we make every year for $3,000 to them, so that they can keep the milfoil down. Board and committee stipends, and all of the people that ask us for money.
I guess the question, the community gardens, why are we dumping a couple thousand? I mean, it's nickels and dimes, but why are we putting money into that?
Yes, sir. Question, I guess.
I guess, what do they do with it?
I questioned it last year and they said they didn't need it, but, I guess they've asked for it again this year.
Did they ask, or did we just put it in there?
Well, we added power to it, right, which isn't gonna be much, but
Look for the request, are you in the folder right now?
Which, the
they've,
shared folder?
we got $24.95 in there. It was budgeted, they've spent $250.
I mean, if they're gonna spend it, it'll be in the spring, but.
Right.
What do we do with the cemetery's money? What is that?
Cemeteries, taking care of the cemeteries, some of them are mowed.
Yeah.
Some
We
of
pay
them-
somebody to go in and take care of
Right,
certain
yeah.
cemeteries.
Right,
They buy
most
supplies.
of Jason's guys.
They
Right.
buy cleaning supplies to clean.
Gravestones.
There is a committee that works, it's up and down, Gary.
17 of
we
them.
do about 17, and then they take care of, what, 15?
Yeah, there's a bunch of little, a lot of them, some of them are on private property.
Right.
And the homeowners and the property owners, they like to take care of them themselves.
Sure.
There's a few that are, like I said, another, private, so different organizations take care of them. There's
Okay.
about 17 that the town takes care of.
All right, thank
If
you.
if you go by a cemetery and it's got some, green chain around it,
Yeah.
Gold sign.
I've seen that,
that's
yeah.
something that the cemetery committee or the town has,
Does it? Okay,
kind of picked up and cleaned up a little bit.
gotcha.
And they're all veteran.
All good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, which brings us to the last item, which is Department 97 Old Home Days.
Why is that amount so low?
They do have,
They're getting a
because
bunch
they've
of money
got
there.
$27,000 in the bank,
They do?
Current rate.
Okay,
right?
all right, that's
So-
good.
So we're,
All right.
we're recommending 8,000,
So they'll end up having 35?
that's right.
Between now and August, but they're gonna have to keep some of that for the seed money to start the program
Right.
next year.
Okay, that's
And then we
good.
can budget more.
Yeah, they won't spend 35.
Right.
So we will go through this exercise again in 2 weeks and vote
Yeah.
to approve.
Any other questions for us you want us to come back with?
No, I got pretty much all answered tonight. It's an
Okay.
educational process, that's for sure.
Any other items? Discuss vote to accept the minutes of March 7th meeting.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? We do have a little work that's going on the personnel policy. I think Dwayne brought that up.
Oh, is that the
Last time, or,
part-timers
Yeah.
getting out to get into the system?
Laura has submitted a request to LEPers.
Actually, they got back to me yesterday, as a matter of fact. And there is a minimum for part-timers, they do allow it, minimum of 20 hours per week, year-round. It does not apply to per diem, volunteers, or temporary workers.
okay,
And it has to be an average of 20? So if they work 40 one week and 10 the next, or whatever?
Yep, as long as it's
So it's an average.
20
20 throughout the year.
minimum,
Yeah.
yep. And, yeah, so,
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
yeah, it is. I mean, I think it could be costly, but, I mean, we don't have that many permanent part-time.
but Matt could haul even a part-timer in from another town. And if they're paying into PERS, this could pay into PERS too, to tie into, or
yeah, as long as they're 20 hours.
if you've got somebody
Right.
that has actually retired from a fire department and still wants to be involved, and only wants a part-time job, somebody that's 45 or 50 years old, that's worked at 25 years in Bedford or
Right.
Portland, this is a chance for them to pay into that PERS till they turn 62 or 65.
Yep. Yeah, it's gone up
Okay.
to 65 now.
Yeah,
All right, so
the old system was 62, but
you work those issues out, right? At
Oh,
some
and we
point.
don't have any numbers in the budget
No
for
numbers,
this year.
because I just got the information I wanted to know, but as far
When are
as,
we supposed to hear from the school district?
Well, they had a meeting last night.
Is there a time frame that they have to get it to us by a,
Well,
We don't
They-
usually get it till after we budget and everything.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
After the 4th.
Newfield and Limerick won't even have a figure because they've already been to town meeting.
well,
Usually in the
so
middle
it
of
is what it
March.
is, we just have to suck it up.
Yeah, they gotta guess at it.
But it's still gonna go to the voters, they ultimately still have to approve it.
right. Yeah, and that gets done on the same day that we elect
Right.
people.
In June. And my other question is about voting,
I
Matt,
hope that Newfield.
voting in June. Do we ever decide where we're gonna be able to do that at?
We get, it
Here?
has to be, we don't have any other options.
Well, the options of the schools are,
Schools are not an option right now for us.
No.
I've said no.
they've said no to us.
Other than gubernatorial and
And presidential.
presidential elections,
They've clarified that with us?
yes.
They're still going to use the existing agreement that we had with them, but
Yeah.
we can't go there for.
Yeah, so the real argument will be, what about next June, when we have a primary,
Right,
which is a presidential primary,
right.
so. Okay, anything else?
I'm good.
Just sign the special amusement permit, and I think there's a couple of sympathy
That's sitting
cards
down
in there as
here.
well.
Okay.
And I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
No.
Or seconded or whatever.
I'll make the motion.
All those in favor? Thank you. Good night.
Thanks.